Welcome to Flip Lesson 111 for the 6th grade. And today we're looking at what's known as applications using division. And basically what we're doing here is we're going through the process of looking at different types of word problems, different types of division scenarios, and asking ourselves, well, what should we do with our numbers as we kind of come to the end so that we can get really the best answer possible. Let's take a look at our first example. It says 100 students are to be assigned to 7 classrooms. How many students should be in each classroom that the numbers are as balanced as possible? Right? So we're going to start by looking at the division that we need to do. Right? There's 100 students, and we want to divide them into 7 classrooms. So it's 7 going into 100, and we can do this math real quick and find out that we're going to get this idea. Right? 14 remainder 2. So there, we can really say that this is a problem where suddenly we have these 2 leftover students. So what would happen with them? Obviously you wouldn't kick them out of the school, right? But if we wanted to have 7 classrooms that are as balanced as possible, what we would do is classes 1 through 5, right? The first 5 classrooms would have 14 students, while classrooms 6 and 7 would actually have 15. And by dividing it up that way, we actually take this remainder, and our answer comes away with solid whole numbers, not just, well, about 14 students per classroom. While about 14 is a true statement, the fact is, in this problem, we really want actual numbers. We want to know what's going to happen to that last student, right? So sometimes division works in that way, right? Dealing with that remainder. Here's another example. It says matinee movie tickets cost $9. Jack has $30. How many tickets can he buy? That probably should say he buy. All right. Once again, the division, right? Okay, you got $30. Tickets are $9. How many tickets? All right, we're going to do this, and we're going to come away with 3 left over and 3 9s, which can let's be reduced to a 1/3. So in the end, we know that he can buy 3 1/3 tickets. But of course, when you think about that answer, what is 1/3 of a ticket? It's not really a complete answer. So in the end, we would say that Jack can buy 3 tickets, right? Because that 1/3 is really just the change he's going to get back, right? So we can use that method. How about this one? It says 15 children need a ride to the game. Each car can transport 4 children. How many cars are needed to transport 15 children? Okay, so if I have 15 and I'm going to divide by 4, okay, that's going to go in 3 times, and that's going to give me 12, right, and 3/4. So as I look at this, I say, okay, I need 3 complete cars and 3/4 of another car. And once again, that doesn't make sense. But in this case, we can't round down, right? We can't just go to the whole number here. We actually have to round up to 4 complete cars so that every single one of these students, right, these leftover 3 children are going to be able to ride in the car. And so we have this process that we can go through. Right? So already we're seeing how division can go in lots of different ways. That's why this lesson is all about application. What is the best way to use the division, right? Dividing, that's easy, right? You've been doing that forever, right? This process. However, when it comes to finalizing that answer, what's the best way to do this, right? The scenarios don't end though, right? It says Dale cut a 10-foot board into 4 equal lengths. How long was each of the 4 boards? Right? So we have a 10-foot board. We're dividing by into 4 equal lengths. So we're going 2, and then we're going to have 2 left over, so that's going to be 2/4. And so we have that idea. But now here is an example, right? If I simplify this, I'm going to get to 2.5. Here's an idea where I don't want to round, right? I have my equal groups, and it's okay to have a section that's 2.5 feet long. And so in this case, we're not really going to be rounding. We're not going to be doing anything with our fractional remainder. It's just going to be a part of the answer, and it's going to be a good part of that answer, right? So we have that idea. I've given you really lots of different ways to deal with division, right? And the samples could continue to go on, and you could get some more. But we're going to leave you this one, and what you need to do as you work through this sample and as you work through the lesson is that it's all about thinking about what's the best way to deal with the answers, to deal with that remainder, to deal with that fractional part, or even if you use decimals, if you use a decimal part. Obviously, there's a relationship with all three of those types of answers. So here you go. Here's your sample looking at Kim on her swim team. This is the end of lesson 111.